From a possible boost in your paycheck to giving low-level offenders a clean slate, several new laws are set to take effect in the new year across Idaho and Washington. Here's a breakdown of some of the biggest legislative changes coming in 2024. Legislators in Washington are getting strict on street racing. A Senate bill set to become law in 2024 changes the definition, prohibiting competitions in parking lots or intersections where drivers drift, spin, and perform other stunts.
The more times people do this, the more times you repeat the behavior, very higher likelihood of a crash, serious injury, injuring yourself, other people.
The law strengthens penalties, like an aiding and abetting charge for anyone who organizes or participates in an illegal street race. Washington state's also bumping up minimum wage again. Starting January 1st, workers 16 and older will make at least $16.28 an hour. That's an increase of more than 3% over last year and keeps Washington leading the nation for highest state minimum wage. In Idaho, voters can no longer use student ID to register or vote.
There's no standard for student ID. A student ID that's made by my kid's high school is going to be different than the student ID made by U of I.
The state now issues free ID cards to those impacted by the changes, but youth voting advocacy groups are challenging the law in Idaho's Supreme Court, saying it unfairly burdens young voters. The Gem state will give some criminal offenders a clean slate in 2024. House Bill 149, the Clean Slate Act, allows people with one low-level, nonviolent, non-sexual crime to have those records sealed.
Minor in possession of alcohol, so if you're busted with a beer at a party when you're 19, offenses like that.
That's if they haven't committed a crime in 5 years, and they must not reoffend. And even before it went into effect, Idaho's ban on gender-affirming care for minors is stalled. A federal judge blocked House Bill 71, known as the Vulnerable Child Protection Act, until a legal challenge against it is settled.
And we will continue to fight vigorously to defend the rights of transgendered youth in this state as the state continues to bring on attacks on their existence.
The ACLU and other groups suing say the bill violates the 14th Amendment. If enacted, the law would outlaw gender-affirming surgeries, hormones, and puberty blockers for transgender children, and find any doctor who provides them guilty of a felony. Attorney General Raul Labrador says the judge's ruling puts children at risk of irreversible harm.